Hi, my name is Randy Neubert, and I'm the owner of Voodoo FX. We specialize in model lighting for models and props. I started making models and I started selling them to my friends, and I got into lighting and slowly advanced more and more into the lighting end of it and giving them real studio models. Right behind me here, this TIE Fighter is one of the very first lighting projects I ever did, and I actually marketed it and I still sell it to this day. A good friend of mine, Steve Iverson from Cult TV Man, came to me and said, I really like what you're doing with these model kits. And he said, you know, you ought to get hooked up with some of these big manufacturers like Mobius Models, Pegasus, Revell. And I said, well, what is it going to take? And he said, I'll make a phone call. One of the very first kits that I did for Mobius Models was an amazing little kit called the Voyager. It was my first lighting kit for a major model manufacturer. I sold a lot of them. They really went big. I start with the first thing is getting reference. You must need a lot of reference material. Search the net, find out what you're looking for. After I finally get all the reference points down where I want to light, I need to get in there and actually test the lighting area to see what it's going to look like. And color and size of LED can make a big difference when it comes to lighting these things up. One of the most important steps is figuring out where you're going to get the wire to fit through the model. This is a very tricky process and usually requires you to kind of pre-fit the model, put everything together, and say, how am I going to get that little wire to fit through that space and still be able to assemble the model? Am I going to use a small LED, a big LED, and what kind of colored effect I'm trying to achieve in this one location? A lot of people want effects inside their models and props. So they want a chaser light, they want a fading light, they want a light that twinkles. Well, this is where the microprocessor comes in big time. And pretty much all of our stuff that we do is all on a PIC processor. Here's the Enterprise. This is a beautifully lit model, but a hard one to build. The ID-4 Attacker. What a cool alien ship with a green glow. Here's the Addams Family house. This one has a lot of bells and whistles on it, all sorts of individual effects. If you look really close, you might even see the fireplace burning. Here's the Thunder Road. This was a fun model to build and a fun one to light. Take a look, it's even got the battery in the trash can. Most of these general circuit boards like this are pretty easy to use, and they don't really take a lot of complicated application to put them together. This in this case, I'm using a bridge network in this one, and here's the network that takes care of the resistor values for the LEDs, and right below it is all the 4 ports that it takes to power the LEDs. Once you have this in place, you do not need to protect the LED any longer, but you can never go directly to power with a LED live or you'll burn it out. Okay, so here I'm using a 25 watt Weller soldering iron with a pinpoint needle. There's the circuit board right there. This is the standard solder. You can buy this at Radio Shack. It's 6040 rosin core solder. It's great stuff, works great for this small light application. Let's go ahead and solder one up and I'll show you how it goes. Basically just hold it on there for a few seconds and then apply the rod. That's all you need to do. Just move away from it, clean your tip again, move to the next one. Hold it on, a few seconds, apply, move away. All you need to do is apply your LEDs, put them in these slots, apply your positive and negative power. If you prefer to have a remote switch, you put the remote switch here on this pad, and she's ready to light up 4 LEDs. Here's one of our standard kits, and all the parts are included inside. We buy some parts overseas, but most of it's all made here in the US, and that way we can assure quality and give the best product out for the client. I've wanted to make independent films for many, many years, and this year and the years forward from now, I plan on doing a lot of projects, both sci-fi, horror, gonna do a little bit of everything. I can't wait to do it.